Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This pick a card is for the month of February 2021. Basically any time from February 2021 or thereafter, whenever you choose to watch. There might be a message here for you even after the month is over. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to do all 12 zodiac signs for you this time around, so a pick a card was to me the next best thing in order to help bring you a monthly message. So if you haven't as of yet picked a card stack or crystal on the table, go back to the very beginning of the video. There are timestamps there. There's also a portion of silence where you can pause and take as much time as you need in order to look at the cards and the crystals up close. If during that time you feel led to pick more than one, by all means please listen to your intuition. That's always going to be highly encouraged here. Pick more than one if you feel it necessary. Readings are general at the end of the day. Can't possibly expect to connect with everybody watching. So many of you come from different walks of life. It would be nearly impossible to resonate with everybody watching. However, what I always say is if you don't happen to find a message in this particular reading, maybe consider checking out my pick a card playlist. I have a bunch of pick a card readings there. You might find another one that will resonate better. You could always check out my timeless readings for the zodiac signs. I have a playlist for that as well. There might be a message somewhere in there for you. But let's say if nothing connects for you, maybe I'm not the reader for you. That's okay. YouTube has many readers out there. I'm pretty sure there's going to be one that has the messages you are looking for. With all of that being said, let's go ahead and clear the table and go into the very first reading. Pile number one, viewers, you chose this beautiful selenite. That is your crystal. I'm going to put that right there. This is what I'm going to be using today. I do have a regular tarot deck here as well, but these are playing cards. Sometimes I like to read tarot with the playing cards. You chose the Jane Austen deck, okay? That's what I will be using for you for your monthly message for February, but I'm going to start first with a fortune reading card to see what the main energy is for you, pile number one, viewers, for February 2021 and or beyond, whenever the universe nudges you to watch. Let's see, pile number one, viewers, what is the energy? The main energy for February 2021 and or beyond, whenever the universe nudges you to watch. Let's see. Okay. Whoa, it says goals. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. And then look at all that money in the background too, right? So let's see, what else does this have to say? Looks like you're on your way to achieving things in February. So let's see what else we get with the playing cards. Whoa, okay. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups. It says, let other pens dwell on guilt and misery. Misery, Mansfield Park. There are quotes on here. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So that does fall in line with the goals card, right? Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. And then you get the Nine of Pentacles. That's usually all about making money or being self-sustaining and independent financially, working towards your goals and getting to a point where you're able to bask in your blessings, right? So let's see what else. All right, we have the Three of Swords. And because it is a Three of Swords, I don't like to see that there. I'm going to grab one more and find out what the heck's going on, okay? Three of Wands. Okay. So, we have a 33 here. That's also a master number. I would probably look that up. You also have 9, which is a, what do they call it? The wish number, right? What this is telling me, if I just look at what I see here, and I'm going to grab a tarot as well. What this is telling me is that you're on the move, whether you realize you're making progress or not. And I say you might not be fully aware that you're making the type of progress you're looking to make for the simple fact that there's a Three of Swords here. Oftentimes, the Three of Swords energy will talk about a conflict of head and heart, okay? Where sometimes our head is telling us one thing, our heart is telling us another, and we feel that pull, right? We feel that push and pull between those two things. Especially when it comes to like a decision or something that you have on your heart, but yet logic and, you know, your everyday physical reality is like feels like there's a hindrance there, but your heart wants something. You know what I mean? We always find, once in a while, we'll find ourselves in that space where it's like, my heart and my spirit believe this so much, yet the things in my circumstances or my surroundings are conflicting what my heart knows to be true. Okay? Part of you might be struggling with that when it comes to your goals with this Nine of Pentacles. The thing is that the Knight of Cups energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here, it could be you, could be somebody else, or somewhere in your chart. Nonetheless, this Knight of Cups is an energy that's going to follow its heart. It's going to follow the heart and allow that to guide the way and lead the way. It is a card of movement, action, speed, and it's heart-centered movement, action, speed. Okay, so when I'm looking at this, it's like you're making progress. You are making moves. We see the Nine of Pentacles here showing us that you're doing really well, or you're on the brink of doing really well, but it could be outside fluctuations and things happening around you that make you believe otherwise, or make you question or doubt what your heart knows to be true. If some of you are aiming towards goals and putting everything you got into that goal, you know, you might shed a few tears over those goals. You know, whenever we want something so bad and we feel it so powerfully, or so, you know, profoundly in our being, all right, it can get to a point where we feel frustrated or we feel conflicted within ourselves. Now, there are quotes on here. I'm not going to go through every single quote on here. I'll hold them up to the camera so you can read them at your own pace if you feel inclined to. But the Three of Swords energy is that, right, where, you know, it looks like you're pushing and striving towards something. And this is saying you are making progress. We see a card of movement here. The goals card is also speaking of that progress. You may not believe that you're making progress, but you are. You might be on a path towards self-employment or working for yourself in some capacity, using your talents to pay your bills. In other words, Nine of Pentacles is usually self-sustaining, you know, energy where you're independent, you're working, you know, on your own or doing things your way. Nine of Pentacles can also talk about, you know, the labor and the hard work that it takes to get to that point where you can just stand in your blessings and bask in them a little bit. So you're on the path to achieving goals, or achieving this Nine of Pentacles if you haven't achieved it already. The thing is that there's moments where you might feel like, you know, you're questioning the path, especially if you're still on the road there. You might be questioning the path that you're taking towards your goals. But, okay, you have a Three of Wands here, okay? You have a Three of Wands here. And the Three of Wands is indeed all about the future. You might be, with the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands, worried about the future, breaking your head over it. You know, what are things going to look like on the other side of the goals being achieved? So some of you are highly focused in the month of February on your goals, or achieving something that maybe you've been putting a lot of your heart and soul into. A lot of even physical labor into. You might be working really hard with the Nine of Pentacles to achieve this goal that you see for yourself. And sometimes that comes with a few tears, or, you know, head and heart conflict. Again, the idea that your heart wants it and you're working toward it, you're laboring toward it. And sometimes, you know, maybe you don't think you're seeing the results that you should be seeing by now. But I feel the main card is saying, look, you are making positive progress. Your goals, and when all is said and done, will be achieved on the other side of this. I say the other side of it. Why? Because we have a Three of Wands. Three of Wands always talks about the future. It's my future forward card. It's all about the seeds that we plant and we set them off, right, into, let's say, you put them out into the water. It's like the what do they call that? A message in a bottle, right? You throw the message in the bottle, you send it out to sea, and you pray that it reaches its destination. It's kind of like that same energy where you've put these things out into the universe. You've set your intentions. You've worked your tail off to get where you want to go, or to become what you want to become. And it's like, okay, you're waiting, right? This is about waiting for your ships to come in. Well, waiting for that message to be returned to you, right? You've put all you got into this thing. You're waiting to see the return on that investment. And some of you are, you know, maybe wondering if the return on that investment's ever going to arrive. Because sometimes the Three of Wands is talking about waiting for your moment. The beautiful thing about the Three of Wands is that it is an adventurous spirit, in a sense that, you know, there's a whole world out there ready to explore. You know, it's a card, it's a number 3, it's a card of expansion and growth and putting yourself out there. So to me, this is saying, look, you've already put the energy that you've needed to put into this thing so far. So it's also saying, you know, don't break your head over it. You know, you've done what you needed to do up until this point, and now it's just a matter of time of waiting for this thing to materialize and become all that you envision it to become. We have a 9 of Pentacles on the table, so it's a really good sign. You are getting closer. Again, the end goal would be the 10 of Pentacles, right? So you're like 1 pentacle away from achieving your goal, if you know what I mean. You're right there, and that's why this card is saying, you know, you're making progress in the right direction. You've done with the 3 Wands. You've put it all out there. You've sent your message in a bottle out to the universe, if you know what I mean. Sometimes the journey to reaching a goal or manifesting something we have our heart set on does come with a few tears. It does. And the thing is that, you know, please know that your hard sweat, tears, right, and all that comes with it has not gone unnoticed. In other words, you know, the universe sees that, you know, Great Spirit sees that. That has not gone unnoticed. Because sometimes we need to hear that, you know, that they see, you know, our spirit guides, ancestors, that they see what we're experiencing and how we're toiling, how we're laboring. That we're not alone in our endeavors, especially if it's something, you know, heart-centered. You know, you're coming from a good place. You mean it with all your heart. Especially if the goal is something that is going to help you be the best version of yourself. You know, it comes from a very personal place. So I feel like your toil, your labor has been noticed. I see that. I just felt led to say that to you guys, okay? Because I really do feel like some of you have been striving and striving and striving, putting your all into something, especially with the 9 of Pentacles. You don't get the 9 of Pentacles card unless you've actually busted your behind to get somewhere or do something. You know, those blessings don't come for free. You know, it comes with hard work. So because the 9 of Pentacles is here, I feel, you know, that yes, you guys have, if you pick pile number 1, you're probably somebody who hustles, you work hard, you push yourself to your limits, but it's so that way you can achieve a goal. It's like you don't have that give up attitude, you know, that's not, you can't, not if you're going to achieve the 9 of Pentacles. So let me grab a tarot card as well for pile number 1. Viewers, I have the whole thing upside down. So let me see if I can grab a tarot card here as well. Whoa. And you get the World. So the World energy is definitely an energy of success, achievement. If I believe so, I'm pretty sure that's a laurel wreath, right? Surrounding the lady in the card. Laurels, right, or bay leaf or bay laurel is a symbol of victory. That's why you see people who have won something, or the Olympics, or some kind of, I don't know, they've won something, right? They usually see them given a crown of laurels, right? So that's the first thing that came to mind when I saw this. I was like, oh, it's laurel. So laurel is a card of victory and success. So is the World card. Because at the end of the day, this is saying you've accomplished something, or you're on the brink of accomplishing something. Achievement, success. this is also my graduation card. So I'm looking at this like, Pile Number One viewers, some of you have actually been through it to get to this point, and it's telling me that you're on the brink of receiving everything that you have put back into, or yeah, everything you've put into something. You're on the brink of receiving a return on that investment with the Three of Wands. Even if at times you struggle with it, even at times, you know, you cry about it, or you might feel sad about it. You're on the brink of achieving something great with the World card. It is a leveling up energy as well. So I really do feel like any toil, labor that you've put into an endeavor or a goal to get to a certain point, you're on the brink of receiving that thing in full, having it manifested for you with the Three Wands as well. Again, number 3 is all about expansion and growth. And manifestation. So you're on the brink of manifesting the outcome you want to see, even if at times you feel doubtful about it. You don't get to the world energy unless you've actually, you don't get to the world energy unless you've actually graduated or arrived, if you know what I mean. Because that's the card, that's the last card in the major arcana. You go from the Fool to the World. You don't get to the world until you've completed the journey and you've literally arrived. So I also want to say what you might not see, right? Because that's what this is feeling like. This is feeling like one of those readings where it's like what you don't see, right? Well, what you may not see is that you've arrived. You arrived at your destination. You're on the brink of arriving at your destination. I call it my graduation card because of the fact that we have to learn some things along the way, right? And then when we finally arrive, we graduate from the lesson. So this is also telling me that, you know, your pain, your struggles, your strife, your challenges that you've faced along the way to achieve this goal have all made you who you are right now in this moment. And it has formed you, shaped you, molded you in some way. And you have maybe leveled up in your spiritual journey because of the journey. So this is telling me that all your tears, like I said, have not gone unnoticed. They are not in vain. I think with the world energy, you're completing something huge. Like this is a big part of your journey, or this goal is part of your journey, a major part of your journey. And you're on the brink of achieving things now. Again, 2 cards of achievement here with the World, especially success. And the Knight of Pentacles also. So even though you might, you know, find yourself in those moments where you're fighting in your own head and maybe in your own heart about something, please know none of that was in vain. Okay, I feel really strongly because I feel like somebody needs to hear that. But please know your progress, like the card says, your progress is positive. And we see things and achievement here with the World card. We see your victory with the laurel wreath on the card as well. Victory and triumph is what laurels symbolize. And they're also everlasting. I would also, because I felt led to mention that, right? The Greek mythology of Apollo and Daphne, right, speaks about the laurel or the bay leaf tree. So that might be something fun to look up. It's also a symbol of things that are evergreen or everlasting. So I feel like also because of that, the goals that you're about to receive or achieve, right? The blessings you're about to bask in are going to be those that are evergreen. In other words, that will last for the long haul, for the long term. So let me grab a few Making Magic cards here. So to me, pile number 1 viewers, this is about you achieving your goals and achieving them. You're on the brink of achieving them. So also don't lose hope or faith in yourself, okay? Because you've come a long way. You've completed this journey, it feels like, with the World card. You're on the brink of completing it. If you haven't gotten to that point yet, you're on the brink of it. So let's see if we can get at least 2 cards here. And then I'm going to grab angel numbers for you, pile number 1. Look at that. Power symbol, cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. So I also feel like saying that this is you also stepping into your power. But maybe if you're feeling conflicted with the 3 of Swords, maybe you need to do a little bit of cleansing, purifying, right? And maybe even some exercise. Because a lot of times exercise will help lift your endorphins, right? To change and help your mood. So if, you know, you're feeling a little down on the journey, right, towards this goal at times, maybe do some self-care is also what this is telling me with that card. All right, so it says water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. So we do have 2 cards that are indicating that, right? So do some things to clear your mind, your heart, your body, your spirit. Do some things that are going to kind of alleviate any stresses that you might have in regards to achieving a goal. All right, because like I said, you're waiting for those ships to come in. This is the future. You're thinking about the future, but you're on the brink there. That's what this is telling me. You're following your heart the whole way. You're putting practical action behind it and toil with the 9 of Pentacles to achieve something. It may cause you or give you a headache every once in a while, and you may wondering if what you're really doing is ever going to amount to what you want or pay off. But we see the 3 of Wands here, so it's telling me that yes, the investment, the time, the energy that you put into something will come back to you. Okay. It could be a career endeavor, a personal project. It could be a personal goal that you have. Maybe the idea of self-employment. Anything that are, this is saying personal goal related for sure. Okay. I'm not really feeling vibes of love in this. I'm sorry to say. If any of you are wondering about love messages, I'm not really getting any coming through. Not only that, the World card can talk about ending. I forgot to mention this. The World card can definitely talk about an ending. The completion of a cycle, in other words. Okay, and this is also telling me that where one door closes, because this is a transitionary card, where one door closes, another one is about to open for you. So what this is also giving me vibes of is that the time of toil and labor and stress and all that is ending. And newer energy is approaching you at this time. Because you've gotten to the end of the journey. But we have the indication with the 3 wands of something else coming in. You see, about to come back to you. Or come to you. So let's see if we can get angel numbers. If you're not familiar with my channel, what I do is I roll the dice for angel numbers. The numbers themselves might confirm some things already said in this reading and or provide you with additional messages that you need for your journey and your journey alone. I always, recommend you go look up a source that you trust the most, because at the end of the day, it could be one that you don't connect with. And at that point, it might lose the magic. I also don't recommend a website to interpret the numbers for you, because I do believe that sometimes the universe puts us on a journey to find serendipity or synchronicity in our life. And if I gave you a shortcut, you might miss out on some of the nuggets that the universe wants you to find along the way when you're researching. Right, so that's why I always tell you to look it up yourself. So let's see what numbers we get for you for this reading. Pile number 1. All right, so we got 11, 7, and 8. So 1178 is your angel number. Pile number 1, viewers. This is your reading. If you feel that this has helped you in some way, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe. Click the little bell for notification to support this channel. Every interaction does help the channel grow. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy. All my information is in the description box down below. It's just a matter of seeing what readings I have available. Please know sometimes they are sold out, but I always do repost as soon as they've been completed for the people who have purchased last, and also as my schedule allows, of course. So nonetheless, I'll leave you here. Take care of yourselves, pile number 1 people. Much love to you, and keep shining. Pile number 2 viewers, you chose this deck of playing cards. This is a mermaid deck. So that's what you chose. This is also a fairy stone for your crystal. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to be using these to read tarot with. I'm also going to be using the fortune reading cards, and I will grab an actual tarot from my tarot deck here. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be looking at or finding out what the messages are basically for February 2021 and beyond, whenever the universe nudges you to watch. So pile number 2 viewers, what is the main energy for you for February 2021? And unfortunately, like I said in the very beginning of the video, I didn't have enough time in my schedule this month to get to the 12 zodiac signs. Now, if you're looking for a timeless zodiac sign reading, I do have a playlist there. You can always check that out to see if there's a message there for you. But let's see, pile number 2, what is the main energy for February 2021? Pile number 2 viewers, what is the main energy for pile number 2 viewers for February 2021? Okay. Whoa, okay, so a proposal, a romantic or business opportunity is indicated. All right, so let's see what we get with the playing cards. Let's see. What are the monthly messages for February 2021 for pile number 2 viewers? All right, so we have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Swords. And we have the 3 of Wands. Now, the 3 of Wands showed up in the first reading, so that's kind of interesting. All right, so number 2s themselves, you know, as a number, is definitely an energy of partnership, coupledom, the coming together, the joining of forces. So what I'm looking at is, I don't know, the vibe I got was, especially with the 6 of Swords, is that there is a proposal coming up, something that could be offered to you in order to help you leave something that you've been debating about. I say leave because the 6 of Swords can talk about leaving something behind, a situation that maybe isn't working out for you anymore. Sometimes the 6 of Swords is going to take a journey, and it's going to go in search of what's going to bring it peace of mind and tranquility. It's also a healing energy. So I'm looking at the 6 of Swords as you moving on to something else, something better, right? You go and make progress from a 2 to a 3. 3 of Wands is definitely energy of expansion, growth, future forward energy. It's all about looking into the future and seeing what lies ahead and knowing that there's something else out there for you. It's also energy of like putting and investing time and energy into something in order to see the return on that investment come back to you. So I'm also looking at this like you have a decision to make about your future over here. But this decision, once you embark upon it, is also going to help you leave something else behind. Maybe some of you do have a business and or a love offer that comes through that you have to decide and you have to weigh your options about. Because in order to take on that offer, you're going to have to leave something behind in the process in order to embrace the new thing that's being presented to you and take steps towards that with the 3 of Wands. So you could have somebody offering you, right, a love situation. Maybe somebody could literally be proposing, right? You could also even have a job offer that comes through that would require that you move with the 6 of Swords and seek something else to better your future. You could have a love offer come through, somebody come into your life and, you know, propose something to you. Let's say, for instance, they want to have a relationship with you. They maybe want to have a future with you with the 3 of Wands. You could be with the Two of Pentacles on the fence. Maybe you're not 100% sure if that's what you want to do, because maybe in order to take them up on that offer or the future that they're offering you, it's going to require that you leave some things behind, or place even behind. What I see here is that this new thing that's being presented to you, whether it be a love offer, whether it be a job offer, whether it be an opportunity of some sort, what it's doing is helping you to see what you want and what you don't want, helping you reevaluate all those things with the Two of Pentacles. And it's giving you a chance to really leave the things behind that aren't working with that Six of Swords, to find your betterment, your healing, your happiness. Sometimes we have to understand what we don't want in order to then understand what we want. I hope that makes sense. This is kind of giving me that vibe with the Two of Pentacles especially. Because with the Two of Pentacles, it is a weighing of options. It's like looking at the pros and cons of any given situation or any given offer, right? Or any given proposal. And helping us look at, you know, or reevaluate what it is that we really want in order to help us then understand where we want to go. And the Six of Swords is definitely an energy of going. I think there's a choice here that is going to have some effect on the future. Twos do indicate decision, like I said. Choice making, weighing of options, partnership, coupledom, unions, the coming together forces. So there's some form of decision that's going to affect the future over here, maybe in February for some of you. But I also feel like this decision is going to put you on the path to something great in the future over here with the Three of Wands, and help you leave a lot behind. With the Six of Swords, it's just not working anymore, right? Six of Swords wants to find healing, peace of mind always. And sometimes it takes the swords in the boat, right? Because those are the experiences of the past. You take the swords in your boat with you, but they don't have the power to hold you down or hold you back or sink your ship figuratively anymore, you know? If anything, you take them into the future, literally, here with the Six of Swords, into the future with the Three of Wands. You take the swords with you into the future as future, like I guess a tool belt of experience, right, into the future. You could always reference back to them, to those things from the past, right? But they don't have the power to hold you back anymore. So you're moving into something, a new chapter maybe. There's something being presented to you. Maybe the universe is going to show you something even to help you move forward. More confident even, and not debate so much with the Two of Pentacles. This feels like a decision will be made, but it will be decisive with the Six of Swords, because it is movement. It is moving away from and moving towards something else here with the Three of Wands. This has to do with your future. So if you're making important decisions in February, just know that the Six of Swords is indicating that you're on a path or a trajectory to choose the future that you feel is going to bring you most peace of mind and wellness, well-being. So some of you could literally be at a crossroads in February, on the brink of making a choice, but there's something being presented to you, an offer being made, an opportunity coming your way that's going to put you on a path in February to decide, right? Make a choice for your future. And it's going to require that, yeah, you say goodbye to some things. But it's also going to be one of those choices that open you up to new things as well. So let's see if we can get another card here with the tarot. At least just one. I feel like the decision you make is the priority, feels like it's your happiness, your wellness, your peace of mind, and the potential and possibility of the future. it feels like there's more excitement with the Three of Wands to find out what awaits you once you make your choice. Like that seems more alluring than to stay where you are, or to, yeah, I guess that's what it is. There's this feeling of adventure with the Three of Wands that's coming through, towards this travel, towards this movement in another direction, or towards a future endeavor. And that feels like that's going to be what motivates you to just decide to, with the Six of Swords, leave something or a situation behind, maybe even leave the past behind, in order to see what the possibilities are, right? Whether it be with a new job, with a new place, with a new person. That's going to feel more exciting to you and more appealing. And that feels like that's what's going to be the motivating factor. You're going to be seeking the new, or you're going to be moving towards the new rather than the old in February. So let's see what we get here. Oh, look at that. And you get a Chariot. Chariot is all about movement. Chariots don't stay still. You know what I'm saying? So that's Cancer energy. Somebody could be Cancer. You could have that in your chart. Maybe it's this new person that could be proposing to you. I don't know. Or offering you something. But the Chariot is all about forward momentum. It's full speed ahead. You put the past behind you. You leave it in the dust. You don't look back. This is energy of travel. Somebody could be getting in a car and going. I don't know. You could be buying a new car as well, right? It does say a business opportunity. I mean, somebody could literally be buying a new car in February as well. But I look at this like this is you harnessing your energy, making a choice, and then moving forward with that choice, and not really giving an opportunity to look back. It's almost like the past is the past. That place where I was before is just, you know, a tool in my belt for future reference. But where I'm going now, I don't have time to look back at that, because where I'm going now with the Chariot does not apply to my future. Or like, not that doesn't apply to your future. What I'm leaving behind doesn't apply to my future. Okay. Sorry if I'm talking. My thoughts come to my head faster than sometimes I can get them out of my mouth right. So Gemini problems, Gemini rising, in fact. Anyhow, so yeah, if you hear me fighting with my words, that's why. And aren't we in Mercury retrograde as well? Like, I feel like I struggle with that all the freaking time around Mercury retrograde. So anyhow, what you're leaving behind does not apply where you're going into the future. Okay. The Chariot is indication of that, leaving that in the past. The dust is behind you. Like, you don't got time to look back. It's just not. The past is not going to help where you're going next. In other words, it has no place where you're going now. The Three of Wands is that energy where it's like your focus is on the future and the success of what that could bring, the happiness that lies on the other side of that. I love the Chariot because it's saying you are harnessing everything that you got, and your focus is about moving forward and moving on. Maybe moving on with new love, maybe moving on to a new field of career. Maybe somebody's presenting something to you that is going to give you a chance to go somewhere different. Be something different. Put your focus on something different. But the Chariot, once he decides, he goes. He doesn't think twice about it. You know, it's about balancing your energies, your yin, your yang, your inner energies to just meet in the middle there. Once you find that balance in the middle, then there's really no stopping you. Like I said, the feeling is the idea of the future is going to be more exciting to you, and that's going to propel you forward with that Three of Wands to make the choice. I don't know why I'm getting the vibe of like there's a choice between the past and the future. You can stay where you are, or you can, when presented with an opportunity, take it and run and see what awaits you. There's a little bit of it, like I said, an adventurous vibe coming through for whatever reason. It does feel exciting. Whoa, it does feel exciting. So let's see what this one was. There's a lot that flew out, but I'll read it anyway. Wow. Okay, so we have Felix Felicitas, power symbol to create lucky serendipitous events. So lots of synchronicities, maybe even nudging you to do something or to take action and move in a different direction or take your journey somewhere else entirely with the Six of Swords. Because maybe your happiness and your future well-being depends on it. Again, there's an opportunity that's going to present itself. And you can either stay where you are or take it and run. Like, that's the feeling that I'm getting from pile number 2 you're reading. And it does feel like something's going to be presented to you over here, right, in a serendipitous way to help move this along. I mean, I think of serendipity, I think of synchronicity too. So anyhow. All right, Labyrinth. Transition to a higher level of being. There you go, raising your energetic vibration and enlightenment. Transition. You're on the move. You're moving to something else, somewhere else, maybe someone else with the Six of Swords. So things are shifting. You are transitioning. Again, to a better situation, maybe something that is more in alignment with your own peace of mind and wellness with the Six of Swords. Again, a higher level of being. Maybe something that's going to make you happier. All right, so it says, triple spiral, listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. Like I said over here, you take the swords in your boat, right? Those are all the lessons and things that you've learned along the way. They don't have the power to sink you anymore. You just use them, you know, in your tool belt of experience for future reference with that Six of Swords. And then we have this, you know, joyfully learning life's lessons. So whatever you left or leaving behind, let's say with the Six of Swords, it was purposeful. It had, you know, it had a lesson behind it, maybe. But it does feel like you're leaving that behind and you're seeking your future instead. So, okay, it says the elements. The elements of fire, air, earth, water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. So you could, I don't know, for some of you, if you're leaving something behind, it could be that you're setting boundaries or you're putting space between you and something else or someone else and moving away from that thing, again, for your own wellness and happiness. And then, look at that, successful career. A happy working environment, pay raises, and promotions. So you're leaving something behind. You're making the choice to leave something behind in order to find something better. Could be that a career opportunity does present itself and you just take that opportunity, you go with it. Your focus in as far as your career or your personal goals could be shifting as well. But nonetheless, you're leaving something behind to seek better. And this card does indicate a happy working environment, a pay raise, promotion. So money could be coming in. You're basically leveling up or you're getting an upgrade of some sort with that card. So this proposal or whatever is presented to you could literally be giving you a financial upgrade, maybe an upgrade in your career, an upgrade in your environment, maybe an upgrade when it comes to love. That's possible. But yeah, that looks positive to me. So I would say with the Chariot, you're on the road to success and achieving things. Just stay focused on what you would like to see for your future with the Three of Wands, okay? So if you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll for angel numbers. We get numbers from the dice. I always recommend that you go and look up the angel number interpretation via a source that you trust. There are several sources online. I don't like to recommend any because at the end of the day, it could be a source that you don't connect with. At that point, it could lose the magic. These angel numbers can and may indeed confirm some things already said in this reading and or provide additional messages that you might need on your journey for you at this time and you alone. So I always say do your research. You might find other serendipity and or synchronicity along the way. If I gave you a shortcut, it might rob you of finding those little nuggets that the universe wants to place at your feet. So I wouldn't want you to lose out on that because I know how important they are. So let's see what numbers you get for your angel numbers for this reading, pile number 2. All right, so 11, 5, and 7. So 1157 is your angel number, pile number 2 viewers. I'm going to leave you here. If you feel that this has helped and or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, click the little bell for notification as well. Every interaction does help this channel grow. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy. All my information is in the description box down below. You can see what I have available as far as personal readings there if you're ever inclined to. Just know that my readings are sometimes sold out. It looks like there's nothing there, but just know that I always repost my readings as soon as they've been completed. For those who have purchased last, it just keeps the turnaround time for the readings very short. So you're not waiting like 5 months to get a reading from me, right? So anyhow, I always do repost. So keep that in mind. Just visit my shop every once in a while to see what's been made available. Again, I also have handmade crystal jewelry that I make with my 2 hands so you can see what I'm up to when I'm not reading cards. So much love to you wherever you are. Pile number 2. Be well, take care, be safe, and keep shining. Pile number 3, you chose this lovely piece of clear quartz for your crystal. This is your playing card deck. This is the Bob Ross playing cards. This is one of my favorites. I love him absolutely. Here's my little Bob Ross bobblehead, and he says stuff. I don't know, wait. Oh wait, yeah, there's a button. Hold on. So anyway, there's my little Bob Ross. He's my favorite. That is what I'm going to be using to read your spread today. I also have tarot cards as well, but I'm going to start first, pile number 3, with the fortune reading cards to understand what the main energy is for you, pile number 3 viewers. So let's see what the main energy for you is for February 2021 and or beyond, whenever the universe nudges you to watch this reading. Let's see what the main energy is for you for February 2021 and whenever the universe nudges you to watch. Okay. Nice. So it says, Dragonfly, have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. And the Dragonfly energy is also one of lightness. It's also one of change. So some of you could be experiencing change, but it's change that's going to put you on the path to things that are going to make you happy. It's a feeling also, like it says, renewal. So there's things are turning over, things are changing. Like I'm getting the vibe of also turning over a new leaf. In the process of these new changes that you are, I guess, encountering at this time, the connection with spirit with this card here is indicating that it could also be heightened or growing. Okay, so let's see. Oh, well, that was okay. So we have the 7 of Swords. All right, let's see what else we get. I didn't even get the shuffle. So pile number 3 viewers. Let's see for February 2021 and or beyond. All right, so we have the 5 of Cups, Knight of Cups, and I'm going to grab one more, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, so I'm glad I kept pulling, because the 7 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, it is indicating to me that there could be something that you're saying goodbye to, or something that has come to a close with the 5 of Cups, in the sense that maybe there was a breakup of some sort. Could have been a breakup with a job, a breakup with a place where you live, a breakup with a person. But there's something that you might have regrets or sadness lingering about, right? Maybe something didn't go your way with the 7 of Swords. Maybe it went awry and it didn't turn out as planned, let's say. It says, be so very light, be a gentle whisper, right? And that kind of applies to the 7 of Swords, because sometimes 7 of Swords is tiptoey energy, right? But with the 5 of Cups, and there's quotes on every one of these here. If I can get to it, I will, as far as reading them. If not, I'll hold them up so you can read them for yourself. But the 5 of Cups energy is the energy where, you know, there's some kind of sadness. Something maybe has been lost or stolen, even with the 7 of Swords from you, or you feel that it's been stolen from you in some aspect. Sometimes the 7 of Swords energy, though, when it comes into our life, it's also an indication that we have to strategize. We have to find another way. If plan A didn't work out, we have to look to another option instead. And oftentimes the Seven of Swords is an energy where sometimes when we see an opportunity present itself, right, we sometimes have to take a chance and go for it, right? If there's an open door, it's our opportunity to snatch something up and go for it. So, I mean, the Seven of Swords can talk about loss in the sense that something was stolen from you. It can talk about, especially in love readings, if something's been, maybe someone's been cheating, lying, or tiptoeing around a subject. It could be the case that maybe there was a breakup with the Five of Cups, and maybe there was something that went awry in that situation where somebody wasn't being completely transparent. But I'm also seeing here that if that thing didn't work out the way you'd hoped, just know that there is other love coming on the way with the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So what was lost, okay, what this is saying, what felt like it was lost to you with the Five of Cups, and you know, you can't get it back. Think of a broken plate, you know, it falls in the ground, it shatters to 1,000 pieces. You can try to glue it back together, but it's not always going to be the same. It's not going to be the same again. Sometimes we focus on what was lost with this Five of Cups to the point where we fail to see that there's something else available to us. So if at any point you feel like something was lost, stolen from you, an opportunity was maybe lost or went awry, because sometimes Seven of Swords can talk about things going awry. This is feeling like where something was lost, another opportunity will present itself to replace that thing that you perceived as lost. And it feels like there's something new coming your way instead. And also the Seven of Swords is telling me, well, where there's a will, there's a way. So if plan A didn't work out, there could be a plan B that comes around the corner over here, comes towards you instead with the Knight of Cups. Could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. That could be you or someone else. But there's something else coming towards you instead with the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Did I say Eight of Cups? Ace of Cups. Eight and Ace sound similar. Sorry. Again, I had to explain in the other reading that sometimes my thoughts come so fast that I struggle to get them out my mouth properly. Okay. And it's also, if I'm correct, I think it's Mercury retrograde as well. So I'm struggling a little bit. Anyhow, if I even think about the Eight of Cups for a second here. The Eight of Cups is a walking away from something. It could be that it was time for, you know, that was a Freudian slip, I guess, but, you know, might as well address it, right? I mean, it could be a situation that you left something behind, or someone left you behind, or you had to walk away from something. But usually when the Eight of Cups leaves a situation, it's in search of something better, right? Something that is going to fulfill it fully and completely to the point where it gives it a Nine of Cups or a Ten of Cups. So I never look at the Eight of Cups like a bad card. Sometimes the Eight of Cups is an energy where you know your worth and you go in search of what you're worthy of. Because why settle for 8 cups when you could have 10? So my I don't know, my focus right now is on this dragonfly too, because this is saying, look, if something was lost to you, if plan A didn't work out, if that thing didn't go your way, it's okay. Spirit wants you to know and wants you to have confidence, right? Because there is something coming out of that situation that's going to bring you joy, renewal, and deeper connection to Spirit. So what this is saying to me is not all is lost. Nope. It does feel like the Five of Cups here, there's a little bit of need to shift perspective. There is something on the way over here, and it feels like it's something on your heart or something that you've been wanting. It could be it could be new love. I'm also getting the feeling with the Seven of Swords that there's going to be an opportunity that maybe comes through in a serendipitous way, and maybe an unconventional way, maybe a way that you weren't really anticipating. But instead of focusing on the previous thing or the previous loss, focus on what's available to you now. Because if you see an opportunity, it's there for the taking with the Seven of Swords. You know, sometimes this talks about strategy, like I said earlier. And what it feels like is being presented to you in a very unconventional or unorthodox way with the Seven of Swords could be something that you wanted on your heart for a long time with the Ace of Cups. So I look at the Ace of Cups and this, like, here is literally love or something on your heart coming towards you with the Knight of Cups. What do they say when one door closes, another one opens, right? And if one, what do they say? Rejection is sometimes God's protection. That's kind of what this feels like in this reading, pile number 3, viewers. Here's what was closed to you, or, you know, or maybe something that was maybe lost. But then here's what's coming instead. And that's why the dragonfly is here saying, look, have confidence. There's great joy ahead of you. There's renewal. Trust in spirit. Something else or someone else is coming your way to offer and present something to you. And what they're bringing is this Ace of Cups. And whenever you look at a Knight of Cups, he is literally holding an Ace of Cups in his hands. And here you have the Ace of Cups. Could be new love. You know, and Ace of Cups especially talks about healing, renewal, purification. And this card indicates renewal. Something is changing and shifting, but what it's bringing is something on the heart, or someone better suited and deserving of your heart is what this feels like as well. And whoever's coming towards you, if this is love especially, they're offering their heart. It's feeling like a wearing the heart on the sleeve. So some of you had disappointments in previous relationships, and maybe some of you are wondering, hey, is anybody really out there for me? Because maybe, in the past you've had people maybe steal your heart or take advantage of your heart and not put your heart first, let's say. But this is saying new love could be on the way, or new offer could be on the way. And whatever this offer is, whoever's presenting this offer is going to be offering something new, sincere. They're operating from the heart space. They're moving towards you from the heart space with the Knight of Cups. If there was a job opportunity or something like that was lost, or any situation where there was something lost, or you felt that it was stolen from you, or you were robbed of something, this right here is saying, let's not focus on what was lost, because there's something else ahead of you instead. And that something else that's ahead of you instead, pile number 3, viewers, looks to be more in alignment with what your heart really wants. So let's see if we can get a tarot card for this. Whoa, okay, so we have 2. Let's see, what do we have? Okay, 7 of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so the 7 of Cups can sometimes talk about being overwhelmed, emotionally overwhelmed. Sometimes this is a card that often makes me think of, okay, now what now, right? What now? Now what? And sometimes we are kind of like all over the place with this. And we're not seeing things 100% clearly. And it could be that if this situation with the 5 of Cups and the 7 of Swords is still really fresh, right? You're not in a position where you can see 100% clearly that there's something else on the other side of this that is meant for you over here with the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups instead, right? The Queen of Swords can also talk about being hurt and having been through some things. And I can definitely see that with the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Cups, that maybe there was something that you recently been through. But I'm also looking at this, like I see the little butterflies here, right? That's a symbol of transformation and change. So what you've been through recently, if it caused you heartache, loss, or sadness or anything like that, It has made you tougher, stronger, more resilient, but it's also changed you. And even though things seem a little bit up in the air right now with the Seven of Cups, and you don't really know what lies ahead of this situation that maybe you said goodbye to with the Five of Cups, or have been trying to put behind you, even though you don't see what's on the other side of these changes, it's still putting you on the path to something new with the Ace of Cups. And this is saying to me, stay in your heart, stay loyal to what is true, because she does hold the sword of truth in her hands. Also stay focused. Try to stay focused on what matters and what your heart deserves, or you feel that you deserve. Stand in your personal truth. Even though you don't know exactly where this is taking you or what is going to come next, you have the power. Queen of Swords energy is indeed powerful, resilient, strong, and honors her truth. Part of me wants another tarot card. Whoa, let me see, hold on. What was that? Oh yes, look at that. Look at all the healing energy that's coming from this situation. And all the balance and inner alchemy that has been done. This is Sagittarius, so some of you could be Sagittarius. We also have air over here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So Temperance is beautiful because it's saying you're finding the balance, the harmony within oneself, the alchemy, the inner alchemy. All these things, right, that you've been through maybe with the Seven of Swords energy and the Five of Cups. It's made you into this tough queen. She's the toughest in the deck to me as far as the queens are concerned. But you're healing from a lot of that. And now Spirit's at a place where it's like, okay, you've learned from that, you've healed from that, or you're on the path to healing. Now it's time to usher in something new. Maybe something that is more in alignment with your heart. This is all about alignment. Inner alchemy. Balance within oneself. Balance between the divine masculine and feminine within oneself. Once we have that inner balance within ourselves, then that balance translate outside of ourselves. It translates outside of ourselves, sorry. Into our physical everyday life, in our relationships, you know, in our environment. So this is, to me, what you're entering into after a period of confusion or things being up in the air, not really knowing where things are going. It's as you finding your resolve and your inner strength and transforming and getting to this place of healing and renewal again. Right? Renewal. And we see the renewal here in the Temperance, the healing in the Temperance, and we also see new energy coming in with the Ace of Cups. This is also a hidden Two of Cups to me. Okay, so I'm looking at this like, yeah, there could be love for sure with the Ace of Cups coming in. But nonetheless, this is a lot of healing. And I did mention that the Ace of Cups is all about healing and purification. So you're on the path to healing, but this beautiful healing energy that you are entering into is also ushering in beautiful new things. So even though you don't see 100% where this new transformation or change is taking you, right? Just rest assured that it is putting you on the path to healing and finding your inner alignment. And that inner alignment is going to translate to your everyday life as well. And is putting you on the path to new things, new people, even new situations, new doors being opened to you with the Ace of Cups. And these are all things that are more or less aligned with your heart space. Okay. So what was lost, okay, is being replaced with things that are more in alignment with you. People that are more in alignment with you. Situations and environments that are more in alignment with you. So again, stay in your heart, honor your inner truth. know your worth, and you know you deserve better. You deserve something that's going to be, again, in alignment with your higher self. You deserve love that is going to love you and honor you the way that you deserve to be loved and honored, okay? No less. So you could have, with the Queen of Swords there, undergone a major transformation or change, but it has strengthened you, made you wiser, stronger, more resilient, and putting you on the path to finding this inner alchemy. And it's a transmutative process you've been undergoing. And just like a butterfly who, you know, has to go through a metamorphosis, it feels like pile number 3, you might have undergone a major metamorphosis too, recently, or you're about to. But just know that on the other side of this metamorphosis or this change, you're opening up yourself to things that are in alignment with your truest self, with the Queen of Swords, and or what's true to your heart. And I know that sounds cheesy and maybe cliche, but when you have 2 heart-centered cards here, this is something or someone coming towards you that's in alignment with your heart, or the things that you want on your heart. All right, so let's see if we can get some cards here, and then I'm going to roll the dice for some angel numbers. All right, extra cards here. See what the final messages are. Pile number 3 viewers. Okay. All right, so safe and happy travel, protection from harm when journeying. So you're on a new journey. You could be literal, right? You could literally be traveling. Again, if you're leaving something behind, you're saying goodbye to that thing. You could be on the move with the Knight of Cups, and Knights are all about movement, speed, momentum, action. So you literally could be moving or traveling somewhere new, but just know that this new thing or new place is more in alignment with you, and you'll be safe in this new journey or this new chapter that you're embarking upon. Pile number 3 viewers. So this could be a figurative new journey, or it literally can be a new journey somewhere else. But you're following your heart, or you're being led to what's most in alignment with you here with the Temperance. So let's grab another one. All right, so we have Goddess energy, healing feminine energy. Again, the feeling of healing, right? With the Temperance, for sure. You're on a journey to healing the old, healing from the old, and now that healing is taking place to help you embrace the new. So we have, oh, look, 555, which is angel number of major change and transformation. So it makes sense with all the butterfly and dragonfly energy we see here to see a 555. So it says Trink of 5, manifesting money and income. So again, the feeling of, you know, there's things happening for you right now. It's opening up to new things altogether. And they might bless you, like financially bless you as a result of what maybe you're saying goodbye to. There's new doors opening up to you that are going to bless you instead. So I would say put your focus on that. Put your focus on your healing. Put focus on the new things to come, the blessings yet to be received, because they're on the way with this energy. Especially could be physical blessings, right? With money and income, or increased money and income. So again, if you lost a job, there's a new job coming on the way, or an offer, or something else is going to be presented to you instead that will put you in a better situation or a better environment, provide better income even. Nonetheless, no matter what the situation is, know that you're protected. This new journey that you're on is safe, and you will have, with this energy over here, everything that you need. Okay. So let's take a look at angel numbers. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice to get angel numbers. The numbers that come up in the reading, they will indeed, well, yeah, 9 times out of 10, they end up confirming some things already said in this reading, and or provide additional messages that you might need on your journey at this time. I always recommend that you look up the numbers yourself, because if I recommended a website, it could be a source that you don't like, and at that point, if you don't resonate with it, it could lose some of the magic. So I always say do your own research. Sometimes the journey to finding the number interpretations might lead you to other nuggets that the universe wants to show you along the way, right? Synchronicity and serendipity. oftentimes the universe does show us things to provide additional Easter eggs, nuggets that we need along the way. So I wouldn't want to rob you of finding those little nuggets if I gave you a shortcut. So that's why I always tell you to do your own research. So let's see, pile number 3 viewers, what numbers come up for you for this reading? All right, so we have 9, 10. So 910 is your angel number. I'm going to leave it there at a 3-digit. When we start getting into the higher 4-digit numbers, they get harder to find. Then you have to end up breaking the number down. So I'm going to trust spirit and leave it at that, at a 3-digit. So your number is 910. Okay, so I will go ahead and look that up, see what that number says to you. If you feel that this reading has helped you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe as well. Click the little bell for notification. Every interaction does help this channel grow. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you can book a reading whenever you feel guided to. Just know that sometimes my readings are sold out, and I do repost my readings after I've completed them for the people who have purchased last. It's my way of keeping my turnaround time really short, okay? You're not going to end up waiting 5 months, let's say. I know I'm exaggerating, but you're not going to end up waiting a month or 2 months or anything like that to get a reading from me. It's literally less than 9 days, okay? You end up getting a reading from me. So that's why sometimes you'll see something sold out. So I always say check my Etsy shop every so often to see what's been reposted again. Again, I always repost as soon as I've completed readings, for those who have purchased prior, and or as soon as my schedule allows. Okay, so much love to you wherever you are. Pile number 3 viewers, this is your reading. Sending you all the love in the world. Take care and keep shining.